Welcome friends, this is Ram Kumar bringing to you one more episode on Do Tuk Sawal. Basically, we have been seeing a lot of instances where uh, irate relatives of patients who succumb to their injuries or health conditions in hospitals beat up the healthcare workers, the doctors, and others in the hospital. So we have a few questions to ask and probably the solution that probably the government can think of implementing by way of changing the existing laws, rules, regulations, etc. First thing is there is a wrong notion among many people that their relatives who are hospitalized are immortal. Immortal means they cannot die at all in any circumstances. There are quite a few instances where people have been in precarious state as far as health condition is concerned, and there is little or no chance of that person coming out alive, and even if he comes out alive, it would be difficult for him to or her to carry on with the daily life in a smooth manner. However, the doctors and the nurse and the other healthcare staff and security etc. of the hospital do take these people in to ensure that they are given the best care possible to bring them back to health. However, there are instances where the patient succumbs to the conditions in spite of a continuous round the clock or 24 by 7 care given by the health workers or healthcare workers. It could be nurses, it could be ward boys, it could be many others who are part of this chain. In spite of that, the patient succumb. Then what is it that the relatives do? Do they thank the doctors and the other staff in the hospital who have tried their level best to get the patient alive and kicking and coming back to his old self? No. What they do is they just beat up the doctors, beat up the nurses, beat up the other staff members in the hospital and make their anger known. Some of them even go to the extent of destroying hospital property, which, as we know, in India is not in a very good condition in terms of number of hospitals per person, number of beds per person, etc. So choosing to destroy property is an issue in terms of us not being able to replace it easily. What is the possible solution? The only possible solution is a deterrent. Any patient, since all these hospitals are well equipped with CCTVs, etc., the patients, the relatives of any patient who behaves in this unruly manner should be imprisoned for a minimum period of maybe 15 days or 1 month or 2 months. This will ensure that people think twice before taking up things in their hands and might actually think of making complaints to the police, etc.